Welcome to High School Quiz Show Maine, where there is one slot remaining for the quarterfinals. Which of today's teams will have their chance at the $1,000 prize? Will it be the Eagles of Windham High School, or the Rams of Deering High School? Find out next on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life as parents, friends, and teammates. Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
From whoops to uh-oh to oh no. Safety insurance can help you manage life's storms, even the indoor kind.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome to High School Quiz Show Maine. I'm your host, Todd Gutner. Today we will fill the final slot in the quarterfinals on our way to the Season 8 championship and the $1,000 grand prize. In our 8th and final qualifying match, we have two veteran teams who are each looking for their first trip to the finals. The Eagles of Windham have been with us each year since Season 5, as have the Rams of Deering High School in Portland. But so far, neither has made it to the final. Perhaps this will be the year for one of them. Let's get things going by meeting the teams. For Windham, we have Nick, Delia, Mason, and Chessie, with alternates Emma and Sage, and they're coached by John Ziegler. And for Deering, we have Violet, we have Asa, Connor, and Eve, with alternate DeLuca, and they're coached by Kyle Davenport. The competition has 4 rounds: the toss-up round, the head-to-head round, the category round, and the fun lightning round. We'll start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points, and this is the only round with no point deductions for wrong answers. Players must wait for me to complete the question, and if one team answers incorrectly, the other team will be given a chance to answer. Are you teams ready? All right, let's get started. Here's the first question. After leaving the job in 2015 and taking a 9-year break, who returned to hosting The Daily Show in 2024? Mason.
Stewart.
That's right, Jon Stewart. Name for the French scientist who developed it in the 1860s. What process removes pathogens from milk, juice, and other foods by heating them? Delia, Windham?
Pasteur.
We'll take it, yes. The failed attempt by the United States in 1961 to invade Cuba and overthrow its government is known by what name that refers to the place where the invasion began? Asa?
Bay of Pigs.
That is right. I think I can is the guiding principle of the main character in which 1930 children's book by Waddy Piper? Eve, Deering.
The little train that could.
Ooh, that's not the right answer. Windham, do you want to try? Go ahead, Chessie.
The little engine that could.
That is the right answer. So close, Eve, so close. All right, up next we have a picture question, so take a look at the monitor over here. Name this tribal chief of the Nez Perce who led more than 800 men and women on a 1,200-mile fighting retreat known as the Nez Perce War after being forcibly removed from their ancestral lands of the Pacific Northwest by the federal government in 1877. Mason.
Red Cloud.
That's not right. Deering, you want to give it a shot? Go ahead, Connor.
Raging Bull.
The answer is Chief Joseph. And here's our next question. The 2024 Netflix movie Under Paris involves what dangerously bloodthirsty creature living in the Seine River? Connor.
Crocodile.
Also incorrect. Windham?
Shark.
Go ahead, Delia. Yeah, you got it. Shark. That's the right answer, too. All right, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Summarizes what scientist's third law of motion? Connor.
Newton.
Newton, right. Crossing the St. John River, the Madawaska-Edmundston Bridge connects Madawaska, Maine to Edmundston in which Canadian province? Violet.
Quebec.
Incorrect. Windham. Go ahead, Nick.
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick is correct. The 2024 Tony Award for Best Musical went to a musical adaptation of what novel by S.E. Hinton? Jesse?
The Outsiders.
Yeah, great story and movie when I was growing up. Next up, we have a video question, so once again, take a look at the monitor.
I'm Aislinn Sarnacki, host of Borealis on Maine Public, and here's my question for you. The desert of Maine and Freeport has been attracting tourists for about 100 years. And while it's not technically a desert, it does feature about 20 acres of glacial sand. It also features a statue of an animal that greets visitors. What's that animal?
Mason.
A moose.
That's incorrect. Deering?
A deer.
Connor? Deer is also incorrect. It's a camel. A camel. The Titanic was built at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in which city that is the capital of Northern Ireland? Mason.
Belfast.
Belfast, right. In May 2024, which U.S. political party nominated Chase Oliver as its candidate for the office of President of the United States? Violet.
Libertarian.
Libertarian, nice. A passage in the Bible warns against false prophets who are like what ferocious animal disguised in sheep's clothing? Delia.
Wolf.
Wolf, right. Math question, the first one of the round. Here it is. There are 24 cookies in a package, and each cookie weighs 2 ounces. What is the weight of the package in pounds? Asa.
3.
Nailed it, Asa. Nice job. In French, it's Noël. In Spanish, it's Navidad. What's the English name for this holiday? Violet.
Christmas.
Well done. From Latin words that mean to speak from the belly, what is the term for a performer like puppeteer Jeff Dunham, who has the ability to speak without moving his lips? Mason.
Ventriloquist.
Yes. Francis Ford Coppola's 1979 war movie Apocalypse Now was inspired by the 1899 novella Heart of Darkness by what author? Violet.
Joseph Conrad.
You got it. The first number in an ordered pair of coordinates is called the abscissa. What is the second number called? Jesse.
The Ordinate.
You got that. Since 1994, Alexander Lukashenko has served 6 consecutive terms as president of which nation that lies on the northern border of Ukraine? Mason?
Belarus.
Nice job. Belarus is right. The root of the verb ossify, meaning to harden, comes from the Latin word for which of these things? Bone, rock, or wood? Violet.
Bone.
Bone. Nice. Started in 2019 by the UK-based organization Plant Life. What environmental movement aims to help pollinators by encouraging people to let weeds grow freely in their yards for a month in spring? Jesse.
No Mo May.
That's the right answer. The first book written and published by an enslaved woman in America was Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral, by what woman who was born in Africa around 1753 and brought to Boston in 1761? Eve.
Phyllis Wheatley.
That is the right answer. And that's the end of our first round, and we've got a tight one. Windham 120 and Deering 80. Looks like the match is going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. We'll meet the players when we get back. Before we get to the head-to-head round, we like to pause and get to know our players with a slightly silly question. And it is, which animal would you say you resemble the most? We'll begin with Windham and Nick.
I think the animal I resemble the most, besides a human, would be like a baby bear or something, because like I'm not tall or anything, but I'm sort of just like, you know.
But are you kind of cuddly too?
I wish I could say I was, but I don't know.
I think you would be. Delia, what do you think?
Probably some sort of bird. Maybe
Bird?
a hawk.
A hawk. How come?
I like to watch things. More of like a figurative
I see.
resemblance.
Right, like they're hanging above us, just watching around, like waiting to prey on something. Yeah, okay. Mason?
Right now, a pufferfish, because I'm very stressed out and on edge.
Oh, because of the match
Yes.
at hand? All right, well, if you win, what would it be, do you think?
Get back to me in
I'll
5
come to
business
yeah.
days, okay?
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Mason, but thanks for giving it a shot. Chessie, this is your favorite time of the match. What do you think for the animal?
My friends have in the past resembled me to a gopher.
Wow.
We
Is that a compliment, or are you not sure?
it's got some inside jokes and layering in on it,
Yeah?
but it's 'cause I peek over stuff sometimes.
Okay, all right. Looking for anything or everything?
The light board monitors at our school.
Oh, all right.
Peeking up to see the stage.
I gotcha. All right, let's head over to Deering. Violet, what do you think?
I think I'd be a fox.
A fox?
Yeah, because I'm a ginger.
I mean, I'm seeing the resemblance there with the hair. I like that. Asa?
I was gonna say human, but now I feel really lame. So I'll say penguin because in the cold.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get that cold, I guess.
You don't get affected by like Maine's worst cold?
I do, but maybe to a slightly lesser extent. Who knows?
Yeah, you're kind of hardy. You're tough. All right. Thanks,
Hopefully.
Asa. Connor?
I'd say like baby deer, just because I'm not exactly great at running or like using my legs.
Okay. Oh, and they're kind of like as soon as they're born, they kind of
just
have a tough time.
bow-legged.
Yeah, exactly. Very awkward, right? Thanks for being really honest with us,
Yeah,
Connor.
yeah.
And that was tough, probably. Eve,
I think maybe a bear because I value my sleep.
if you could hibernate, would you?
Definitely.
Definitely. Sounding like a true teenager. Head-to-head round is next, but let's see how well you do with our viewer question of the week.
Hi, I'm Jake Cody from Bangor Savings Bank, and this is your viewer question of the week. Maine has 16 counties, with York being the oldest and Knox the youngest. But how many counties did Maine have when it became a state in 1820? Keep track of your answers and tune into the semifinals for part 2 of the Viewer Question Challenge.
It's time for the head-to-head round. Players alternate facing off one-on-one right here at the desk. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers will cost you 10 points. There are 90 seconds on the clock. Players ready? Here we go. The major party candidates in the 2000 U.S. presidential election were George W. Bush and what then?
Al Gore.
Al Gore, yes. Carbon and the other elements in group 14 on the periodic table each have how many valence electrons?
4.
4, nice. From which country does sriracha sauce get its name?
Mexico?
Incorrect, Thailand. It takes a little more than how many minutes for light to travel from the sun to the earth?
8.
8, yes. In Penobscot tradition, First Mother is associated with what important food crop that she produces to keep people from starving?
Corn?
Corn, right. At the top of the Big Kill Devil Hill in North Carolina is a monument to
The Wright brothers?
the Wright brothers, yes. In Mexico, Lucha Libre involves masked competitors engaged in what?
Wrestling?
Wrestling, right. A fortnight is a unit of time.
2 weeks.
That is correct. Venus has a very dense atmosphere made up of almost entirely. What's that? Greenhouse gas. Go ahead.
Carbon dioxide.
CO2, yes. What four-letter word refers to a cylindrical tent traditionally used by Mongolian nomads?
TP?
Incorrect. Yurt. All of Shakespeare's plays are divided into how many acts? 5. What South American country gets its name from the... And that's the end of our head-to-head round. Let's check the score. Still very close. Windham 150, Deering 110. The category round is next. Don't go away.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by
Educators want our students to succeed. You know, who do we want our kids to be when they leave this building? It's really about becoming a contributing citizen in society. My name is Marissa Deku, and I am MEA.
The Worthington Scholarship Foundation, dedicated to the success of Maine students by providing scholarships and personalized support throughout their college journeys. Learn more at worthingtonscholars.org.
Live and work in Maine, providing resources to those who want to relocate, move within, or stay in Maine. Proud to sponsor High School Quiz Show Maine and thanking Maine's educators and schools for preparing the workforce of tomorrow.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.
Next up is the category round with the following choices. A mystery category, the opposite of good, Beyond Borders, What a Great Idea, It Happened in New England, and Photo Finish. Each team will alternate control of 2 categories. Questions have increasing point values. With each question, they can choose to answer and either gain or lose points. They can skip and neither gain nor lose points, or once per category, they can toss and force the other team to answer. Players will have about 5 seconds to confer with each other and decide what to do. Now, Deering, you guys trail by just a little bit. Connor, you want to choose your first category for us?
We will do Beyond Borders.
Beyond Borders. These will be questions about territories and possessions. Here's the first question. San Juan is the capital of which U.S. island territory that lies between the North Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yes. Beyond Borders 15. The traditional home of the Dalai Lama. What formerly independent country was occupied by China in 1950 and is now referred to as an autonomous region of China?
Tibet.
Tibet, nice. Corvo and Pico are 2 of the 9 islands in which Portuguese island group in the North Atlantic?
Or Azores.
Azores.
Azores is right. Beyond Borders 25 now. Greenland and Faroe Islands are autonomous regions of which Scandinavian country?
Denmark.
Denmark, yes. And the last question in Beyond Borders. The European Space Agency launches many of its missions from the spaceport in which overseas region of France located in South America?
Guyana. In South America.
French Guiana.
That is correct. Nice job. You swept the category. All right, we're going to head over to Windham now. And Delia, you get to choose your category now, your first one.
I think we're going to choose It Happened in New England.
Okay. These will be questions about events in New England. Following a tradition that started in 1920, the first presidential primary election of 2024 took place in which New England state?
It's either Vermont or New Hampshire, but I don't remember which one. I think New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire is right. It happened in New England 15. In 1791, which New England state officially separated itself from New York and became the 14th state of the United States of America?
Vermont.
Vermont is also right. It happened in New England 20. In 1967, Catherine Switzer was physically attacked for attempting to participate in what annual event that takes place on Patriots' Day in Massachusetts?
Boston Marathon. Oh, Boston Marathon, maybe? Sure.
Boston Marathon.
That is the right answer, too. It happened in New England 25. The first permanent British colony in New England, which was which colony established in Massachusetts in 1620 by people who arrived in North America on the Mayflower?
Plymouth or Massachusetts?
Plymouth. Final.
One more time, Delia.
Plymouth.
Plymouth is correct. Nice job. It happened in New England 30. In 1817, in Hartford, Connecticut, Thomas Gallaudet opened the first permanent school in the United States for students with what disability? A university in Washington, D.C. for students with this disability is named for him.
I think it's deafness.
Deafness.
That is right. Nice job. Deafness, hearing impairment. And you guys swept the category. All right, you held serve. We're back over to Deering for your second choice. Connor, go for it.
We will do What a Great Idea.
What a great idea. These will be questions about inventions and discoveries. Here's the first one. Adapting techniques he learned from Inuit people in Canada, American biologist Clarence Birdseye invented a commercial method to do what to fresh fish, meat, and vegetables in order to preserve them?
Smoke?
That's incorrect. It's flash freeze. What a great idea for 15. Which 19th century German chemist was a pioneer in the field of spectrum analysis, found an antidote for arsenic poisoning, and invented the commonly used laboratory burner that bears his name?
Bunsen?
Bunsen is correct. What a great idea, 20. In the 1960s, chemist Stephanie Kwolek invented what stronger than steel fiber that is commonly used to make bulletproof vests and other types of body armor?
Kevlar.
Kevlar, right. What a great idea. 25. Ophthalmologist Patricia Bath invented the laser phaco probe, a minimally invasive surgical instrument used to remove what cloudy areas that form on the lens of the eye?
Cataracts.
Cataracts, right. What a great idea for 30. What computer scientist who earned the rank of admiral in the U.S. Navy led the team that invented the COBOL, a computer programming language, and the Flowmatic compiler, which translates computer code from one programming language to another?
We will toss it.
You want to toss it over to Windham. I'll read it one more time. What computer scientist who earned the rank of admiral in the U.S. Navy led the team that invented the COBOL computer programming language and the Flowmatic compiler, which translates computer code from one programming language to another?
It's either Turing or Lovelace.
I don't think it's Turing because he's British.
It's Lovelace.
Lovelace?
Lovelace?
Lovelace is incorrect. It's Admiral Grace Hopper. That's the name. That wraps up the category for Deering. We'll head back to Windham. Delia, your second category will be?
The opposite of good.
The opposite of good. All of your answers will contain the word bad.
Okay.
Here's the first. The first song by Billie Eilish to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 was which single from 2019?
Bad Guy.
Bad Guy, right. The opposite of good for 15. In a 2015 single that features Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift sings, "It used to be Mad Love. Now we got what thing?"
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood is right. The opposite of good, 20. The title character wakes up with chewing gum in his hair, and things only get worse after that. In what 1972 kids book by Judith Viorst that was adapted for a 2014 movie?
Alexander and the No Good Very Bad Day.
Alexander and the No Good Very Bad Day.
That's close, but it's not it. It's Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. So sorry. The opposite of good for 25. A 1933 Disney animated film of the Three Little Pigs story includes what song that the pigs sing about the villain?
Any ideas?
Something Big Bad Wolf.
Skip.
You want to skip it? It's Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. Here's the last one in the category, the opposite of good. An animated series in the Star Wars franchise focuses on Clone Force 99, who are also known by what name mentioned in the show's title?
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch is right. And that wraps up our category round. Let's check the score. This one is super tight, folks. Windham 255, Deering 260. Everything can change and probably will in the lightning round, so sit tight. We'll be right back. Okay, we're heading into the final 90 seconds of gameplay, the lightning round. This one should be fun. Players, you do not have to wait for me to finish the question. You can buzz in at any time, but do not answer until I call your name. You get 20 points for each correct answer. Incorrect answers will cost you 20, and the other team does not get the chance to answer. Our clock is set. Good luck. Here we go. How many stars are on the current flag of the United States? Asa.
50.
Yes. The upper chambers of the heart are the atria. What are the lower chambers called? Connor.
Ventricles.
Yes. Ceylon is the former name of what South Asian island mason?
Sri Lanka.
Correct. What device does a meteorologist use to measure atmospheric pressure, Chessie?
Doppler radar.
Barometer. In Jack London's novel, The Call of the Wild, what kind of animal is... Go ahead, Chessie.
Wolf.
That's incorrect. It's St. Bernard or Scott Shepherd. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is based in what Ohio mason?
Cleveland.
Cleveland, right. What zodiac sign for late December and early January is known as the violet?
Capricorn.
Got it. Military strategist Sun Tzu is best known for writing
The Art of War.
That is correct. What European principality has the highest population density of any country in the violet?
Vatican City.
Incorrect. Monaco. What two-word Latin phrase means buyer beware? Caveat emptor. The PGA Masters Tournament is held annually. Asa.
Golf.
Augusta National. What dictator led the government of Spain from 1939? Go ahead, Mason.
Francisco Franco.
Correct. Girl with a pearl earring was painted by what Dutch? Nick.
Vermeer.
You got it, Vermeer. And that is the end of our lightning round. And this one is super tight. Our winning team is Deering with 300 points. They'll be moving on to the quarterfinals in a few weeks. Windham, you guys were great. You had 295 points. It was a 5-point difference. What a match. Congratulations to both of you. Be sure to tune in next time for the first quarterfinal match. Gould takes on Westbrook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on High School Quiz Show Maine.
Production support for High School Quiz Show Maine is provided by Energy is about more than just keeping the lights on. It's about living life. As parents, friends, and teammates, Unitil is proud to support High School Quiz Show Maine. Unitil, more than a utility, part of your community.
Home renovations can increase the value of your home. Safety Insurance offers a variety of home insurance products to cover your home's increased value. You can ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Since 1852, Bangor Savings Bank has been dedicated to keeping New Englanders at the heart of what they do. That means investing in communities they serve and supporting families and businesses. You matter more.
And by viewers like you. Thank you.